Keep your tongue from evil, and your lips from speaking deceit. Depart from evil and do good, seek peace and pursue it. This sentence now represents all the laws of the Bible as a synecdochic expression. No, these words now make us think of the words of the Sermon on the Mount that Jesus proclaimed when he came to this earth wearing a body of flesh 2,000 years ago. For example, just as he said, "Whoever looks at a woman to lust for her has already committed adultery with her in his heart." This warns that even if we did not commit sin through any action while living on this earth, if we committed sin even just with the thought or lips, we cannot help but fall into that eternal lake of fire of hell. So, one must never commit sin even with thought or word or action. That is, if someone slaps the right cheek, give the left cheek too. If someone asks to go 5 miles, accompany for 10 miles. If someone asks to borrow 10 million won, give even up to 100 million won. Only by acting like this, only such a person will not fall into that lake of fire of hell and will be able to enter that eternal heaven. Now, how is it? Entering that heaven is a very easy thing. But, could there indeed be a person who can live according to these words? Perhaps as I think of it, it seems there would be no one in this world. No, the Bible warns that even while keeping and acting on all these laws, if even just one is broken, one cannot help but fall into the eternal lake of fire of hell. In James 2 verses 10 to 11 also. For whoever shall keep the whole law, and yet stumble in one point, he is guilty of all. For he who said, "Do not commit adultery," also said, "Do not murder." Now if you do not commit adultery, but you do murder, you have become a transgressor of the law it is speaking. So, who can enter that heaven by acting on all these laws? There is no one. Then, why did God give such laws? No, why is Jesus speaking in today's text as if in that Sermon on the Mount? It is to speak about the reason and purpose for which God gave the law to us humans. Then, why did God give the law to us humans? The very first purpose for which God gave the law to us humans is to make us realize sin. In Romans 3 verse 20 also. Therefore by the deeds of the law no flesh will be justified in his sight, for by the law is the knowledge of sin it is speaking. Also, the purpose for which God gave the law to us humans is to make it able to play the role of an elementary teacher, that is, a tutor who leads to Christ. That is, as talked about earlier, if we humans break even one jot or tittle of this law, such a person falls into the lake of fire of hell. Such a human, through the law, realizes that he himself is a sinner who cannot help but die eternally and then despairs and cries out. And such despair and crying out lead to the confession that since I cannot enter that heaven with my own strength and ability, I need a Savior who will save me from sin.